Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you're not. So for today's video I'm going to be doing another installment of my makeup wish list where I talk through all the products I have on my kind of ongoing makeup to buy list, just to share what products I have my eye on and why. And today I'm going to be talking about the foundations and concealers that are on my wish list at the moment. I do have an oilier skin type and I tend to like more fuller coverage. Those are my preferences when it comes to those things. And as always, if you've tried any of these products, please let me know how you got on with them. And if you have any recommendations that you think I'd like to add to my list, do let me know down in the comments down below. And before we get started, if you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. That just lets me know that you like this kind of content and lets me know to make more. And if you'd like to see my upcoming makeup wish list videos, then definitely subscribe to see those. So with all of that out of the way, let's jump into it. So starting with foundations, the first product on my list is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I don't remember exactly who or what made me write this down onto the list, but I know I just heard a lot about it, it being good coverage and matte. And those are the two things that like draw me in when it comes to foundation. But I have heard some mixed reviews on it, so I haven't gone out to grab it just yet, but it is one that I do want to try. I have also heard that it oxidizes a lot, so I have to be careful with the shade. But I do appreciate their numbering system so that you know what is cool, warm or neutral. And by the way, it's really blustery outside, so I'm sorry if you can hear wind. And we have these kind of like little decorations on our garden wall and we need to pin them down better because they rattle in the wind. So I'm sorry if you can hear some rattling and some wind outside. So looking online, this retails for €35 here in Ireland, going off the Debenhams website. You get 30 ml, which is standard, that's like 1 fluid ounce. It says that it's oil free, it says it provides full coverage and matte finish. It says it's comfortable enough to wear every day. And it actually compares it to its Naked Skin foundation. It says, while Naked Skin complexion products are demi-matte, All Nighter liquid foundation is completely matte, but never flat. And it's oil free, so it is really gearing towards oily skin types. It also says that it's waterproof and paraben free and that it blurs flaws. So really, as a foundation, that sounds right up my street. I just have to take the time to go in store and figure out a shade. The next foundation that is on my list is kind of a luxury foundation. This is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Full Coverage Foundation. And again, I'm not sure exactly what made me write this down on my list. I just heard a few different kind of rave reviews about it. And I think that'll probably be a running theme with the foundations because they tend to be kind of more hyped up foundations. But the main thing that I've heard it be hyped up for is its full coverage properties. And again, that's my kind of foundation. The only thing is though that I'm not sure how to get my hands on it because I don't think you can get it in Ireland, and I'm having trouble finding it online where I can get it delivered to Ireland. And being that it's a high-end foundation, I do want to get the right shade. So at the moment I'm on the John Lewis website. It is €42. But looking at the claims of the foundation, it says it's 24-hour wear, full flawless coverage, ultra lightweight, and it's oil free. It also says that it contains jojoba, sunflower, acacia and mimosa extracts to improve blendability. It does however say that the finish is radiant. So I don't know how dewy that would be on my skin, but I'd be totally willing to work with it with primers and powders and stuff. So basically I'm just gonna have to figure out how I can get my hands on this, how I can figure out my shade, because I really want to try this foundation. I'm just not sure how to. So the next foundation on my list is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. It's been around for a while, I believe, and it's just one that kind of caught my eye, I think, because it does contain salicylic acid to help combat blemishes, and it claims to be good coverage, and it's e.l.f., so it's affordable. So looking at the website, it retails for €10.67. There are only 5 shades, and the claims say, treat your skin with full coverage that fights blemishes. This lightweight formula is infused with salicylic acid, witch hazel, camphor, tea tree and soothing aloe. Enjoy healthier skin with every use. So yeah, because the claims sound good and it's affordable, it's one that just interests me to test out. Okay, then I have one that is kind of a staple and is like an oldie but a goodie for a lot of people, but it's one that I've just never tried, and it is the MAC Studio Fix Foundation. And I know some people love it, some people hate it, but most people have tried it. I'm really late to the game. I think because MAC is so available, I tend to kind of gravitate towards things that are hard to get, because in my mind, you know, MAC is just always there and you can always pick up something from there. And even though it sounds like a foundation that again would be right up my street with more of a matte finish and good coverage, I've just never picked it up. So that is one that I really need to do soon, because if I really love it, then I'd feel really stupid for just not getting it. So looking at the Brown Thomas website, it retails for €32. It has 5 out of 5 stars from 30 reviews. It's matte, so there's like between 45-50 shades. And the description is a modern foundation that combines a natural matte finish and medium to full buildable coverage with broad spectrum SPF 15 protection. Applies, builds and blends easily and evenly. Comfortable and long wearing. It helps minimize the appearance of pores and imperfections, giving skin a smoother, more flawless look and finish. So yeah, again, sounds great. It's just, I think it's just because MAC is so readily available to me, it doesn't excite me as much, but yeah, I really should just get my ass in there and try it. The next foundation is the Face Atelier Ultra Foundation Pro. And this I know I did hear about off of a review from the tailor, but what really intrigued me about it was the fact that it also had adjusters. So outside of its 12 foundation shades, it also has 5 adjusters. And those adjusters are 0 minus, which is a white, 0 plus, which is for women of colour with yellow or red undertones, 0 plus plus, a black brown with a blue black undertone, Heat, which is a mango red for orange or red undertones, and Blaze, which is a yellow. So you can use those to make a foundation lighter, darker, warmer, cooler, and as a makeup artist that really appeals to me for working on clients. So I would like to try the actual foundation itself, but even if that doesn't work completely well for me, I would really be interested in those adjusters to work with the foundations that I have. So going off the Face Atelier website, the prices are, well, you can get a sample for $1, which I really like and which I would probably avail of. A regular size is $36. Now that is 20 mils or 0.68 fluid ounces, so it's about a third less than you would get in a normal bottle. And then they do have a few packages available, so if you want to get the full set of 17 shades, so all of the regular foundation shades plus the adjusters, you can get all 17 of those for $525. Then they also do a Women of Colour set, which is very unique and quite cool, where you get shades 9, 10, 11, 12, 0 plus plus, Heat and Blaze, and that is $229 altogether. And then the last package they have is just the adjuster set, where you get the 5 adjusters for $165. So what I would probably do is order some samples of the adjusters and a couple of foundation shades to try on myself, and then go from there. But just to look at the description of the foundation. So as I said, $36 for 20 mils. It is PETA approved, cruelty free. It says no primer needed. It's built into Ultra Foundation thanks to the super sophisticated silicone based formula. Another bonus, it sets without powder, preserving the youthful dewy finish, and has soft focus properties that diminish the look of fine lines and wrinkles. So that sounds amazing that you don't need to prime or set. I'm not sure if that would hold up on my oily skin, but it sounds good. It does say though that it is sheer enough for younger women, which I know the tailor pointed that out in her video as well, but that sounds like a weird statement to make, as if young women only need sheer coverage. Yet can meet the needs of anyone that requires more coverage, so it sounds to me that it's basically just buildable. It's an outstanding performer on mature, troubled or sensitive skin. It forms a delicate, lightweight and flexible second skin with a natural breathing ability. So yeah, as I said, I'll probably just order some samples once I have a look at if I can get it delivered here, shipping charges and stuff like that, and then go from there. The next product on my list is actually a BB cream. It is the Flower BB cream, and this went on my list after seeing the tailor review it. A bunch of these foundations went on my list from seeing the tailor review them, because I just like trust her reviews, and I feel like she's oily skin and she as well likes good coverage, so I feel like I can relate to her preferences, and reviewing foundations is kind of her forte. So she found that this BB cream had a matte finish and it was medium to full buildable coverage, so that sounded good to me, and not something that you find a lot in a BB cream. Now it's another one that I'm gonna have to figure out where to get it, where is best for me to get it in Ireland, because I'm not sure where stocks Flower Beauty. But we'll look at the Flower Beauty website. So it only comes in 3 shades as it's a BB cream, but that seems strange being that it is medium to full coverage. You would want to have more shades in there. It retails for $14 and you get 1 ounce in that. It claims to be a primer, foundation and concealer in one. It says it's lightweight, medium to full coverage, covers imperfections, visibly minimizes pores, evens out discolorations and helps eliminate unwanted shine. Use Flower Beauty Balm BB Cream daily for healthier, smoother, softer looking skin. I love the way you look in 4 shades. Oh, there's 4 shades. I guess they only have 3 in stock. It's only showing 3 of the colour swatches. So yeah, another one that I just have to figure out how to get. The next one is another one recommended by the Taylor, and that is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream, another BB cream. And again, she said that she found it was a medium to full buildable coverage, and that this one had a satin matte finish. So this one appears to have 6 shades, and the description says that it's an oil-free formula that provides the perfect amount of coverage to even skin tone, hide blemishes, won't clog pores, and keeps you shine-free all day long. So it is geared towards oily skin. Now, once again, it's a brand that is hard to get here, but you know, with the internet, nothing is impossible, but difficult to get. So I'm going off of the Ulta website, and it retails for $8.49, so very affordable. And actually at the moment it says buy 2 get 1 free. And for that price you get the standard 30 mils or 1 fluid ounce. And then staying with this CoverGirl theme, again recommended by the Taylor, is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. And Taylor had said that she found this to be full coverage, but had a dewy finish. So on the CoverGirl website it says that this is a hydrating, vitamin infused formula for beautiful buildable coverage that glides on smoothly for a flawless look. It says that it has SPF 20 and it will give your skin a luminous glow. So this one is geared more towards drier skin types, but if the coverage is there, again, I'm willing to work with it, and it is affordable, so it's worth a try if I can get my hands on it. And there appears to be 14 shades, and then going off the Ulta website, it retails for $11.99. Again, it's on a buy 2 get 1 free at the moment, and it's the standard 1 ounce. Okay, so then we're into some foundations that I just recently added, so I haven't done much research into them. But the first one of those is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation, and this was recommended by Laura Lee in a recent video she did on oil controlling products. So this is something that I can get here in Ireland. I can get it from Brown Thomas, and it retails for €48. I believe it comes in about 20 shades, and it claims to have all the wear, all the coverage without the weight. Laura's longest wearing foundation of flawless full coverage and 15 hours of wear fused into one weightless formula. Wait a second, did the Taylor review this? Okay, so that's kind of funny. As I was reading the description, it sounded familiar to me because I recently heard the Taylor read it. So I just did a quick search just to recap what she had said about that, because I hadn't written it down at the time that I saw that video, but I did write it down when I heard Laura Lee talk about it. But she basically said that she didn't love it or hate it. It did wear really well on her, and it did help control her oil, but she found it a little bit heavy on the skin, I think. And the coverage was like high medium buildable. So like that, now when I do hear of a recommendation, I will kind of cross-reference it with other YouTubers or bloggers that I feel like are on the same wavelength with me in terms of preferences. So anyway, back to the product description. It claims to be sweat, humidity, water and transfer resistant. It says colour stays true all day and won't oxidize. It says it controls oil, it's matte but never dull, it's a weightless texture, and that it's ideal for all skin types, especially normal to oily. So I fit into that category. I'm probably not going to pick it up super soon just because it is more of a high-end foundation, €48. When I have other foundations to buy that are more affordable, I might get through those first. But it is definitely one that I'm interested in and I'll keep on the list. So the next one is another one that I have a little question mark next to because I haven't done any research into it. It was another foundation that Laura Lee recommended in that products for oily skin video.
And it is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation.
So I only jotted it down on the list the other day, but because it is Maybelline and is affordable, I don't mind so much going into it without as much knowledge about it. So I will probably pick that up sooner rather than later. But just going off the Boots website, it is €8.99, and on the Boots website there is 8 shades available. I'm not sure if that's the full range or not. And going off the product details, it says that it has been designed for normal to oily skin. Its blurring micro powders refines pores while shine is being absorbed for a natural matte finish. But yeah, basically it's geared towards oily skin. It claims to be matte and poreless. It says that it's blurring, so that sounds good. And for €9 it's worth a shot. I will be picking up some makeup bits I think this week, so I might get that one too. The next one then is one that I wrote down onto the list yesterday, and this is without seeing any reviews or anything. It's just because I was on the Ofra website picking up a few bits and I saw that they offered trial packs of their foundation. And whenever I see samples of foundations being offered like that, I think it's a really good opportunity to take advantage of. And I did actually mean to include those in my order, but I forgot. And because it's coming from America, I might be paying extra customs on it, so I thought I'd leave it off for a while But basically they have a light pack or a dark pack, and you get 5 shades in each. So in the light pack you get shade 1, 2, 4, 5 and 7, and in the dark pack you get 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9 and 10. And this is of the Absolute Cover Silk Peptide Foundation. So let's look at the actual claims of the foundation. It's an oil-free formula. It contains silk peptides and antioxidants for anti-aging results. It claims to be long-lasting and provides incredible coverage, will not come off the skin until a cleanser is used. That sounds great. And it's also vegan and cruelty-free. So it doesn't say what kind of a finish it has, so that is something that I will look into before I pick it up. But for any of you who have easier access to Ofra, that might be something to take advantage of, getting the sample packs of the foundation. And then the last foundation that I have on my list, again with a question mark because I literally just added it today, is the Fenty Beauty Foundation. Over the last couple of days, I'm filming this on Tuesday the 12th, so over the last couple of days there has been just an explosion of videos reviewing the Fenty Beauty line and Fenty Beauty Foundation. Now there have been some mixed reviews. Some people really absolutely loved it. Some people found that it emphasized pores or didn't wear so well. But being that it is geared more towards an oilier skin type or normal to oily, because it is a semi-matte finish, it attracts me. And also being that it's new, I want to try it out and see what the brand is about. It launched with 40 shades, which everyone has been raving about, and I think that's amazing. And I was actually just watching a video by ChristineMUA, and she was reviewing some of the products, and she did mention about, you know, having 40 shades, but that it was important that if we think that's good, that we celebrate it loudly, because other brands will see this reaction and will hopefully follow suit. So I know that it's been said over and over again that it's amazing that it has 40 shades, but I think it's important to keep celebrating that. Now this one is one that I can get my hands on, but it's still kind of tricky. I can order it online from Harvey Nichols, or I can go to Harvey Nichols in Dublin. However, I'm in Cork, so that's 3 hours away. So if I want to be sure of a shade and actually see it in person, I'd have to wait until I go up there. Or if I get convinced by watching more reviews, I may just order a range of shades for my kit, and I can kind of test out some of those for myself. So going off of the Harvey Nichols website, it retails for £26 because it's an English site. You get 32 mils, so a little bit over the standard, and it claims to be a soft matte, long wearing foundation with buildable medium to full coverage. And again, that sounds right up my alley, and it also does sound good for the kit. I prefer to work with more kind of semi-matte finished products, because I can always use primers and moisturizers and things to add that dewiness and that glow and that moisture, but it's a little bit harder to really mattify something down, and you can kind of mattify something down with powders and stuff, but if someone is oily, it's harder to make it more long wearing. So I just tend to lean that way with products in my kit. So it also claims to be smoothing and pore diffusing. Now I did see, what's her name from My Pale Skin, I think the channel is called. She did a review and she showed close up that it actually really emphasized her pores and really sunk into all her pores. Now we didn't see that happen with anyone else, but when she did do a close up, you could really see it and it was really apparent. It also claims to be humidity resistant and sweat proof. And with all the reviews, a common theme seems to be that they do dry down a little bit darker. So again, it makes it that little bit more difficult to choose your shade, especially online. But it is a really new foundation, like literally as I'm filming, it's only a few days old to the public. So I'll see how I'll keep watching the reviews and see how I'm swayed. Okay, so those are the foundations, and I only have 3 concealers written down. I did have the Tarte Shape Tape on the list as well, but I have that crossed off, so I did pick those up. And I've had those for a little while now, and I did actually film a first impressions wear test on that. But I just felt like as I use it more, my thoughts changed slightly, so I didn't end up putting that up, and I would like to refilm that. It wasn't a major change, it didn't go from like a love to a hate or anything. It's just that I had the footage for a while, and when I watched it back, I just didn't feel like it completely reflected my thoughts. So anyway, I did have 4, but now I have 3 on the list. I have the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. This is one that I have used and actually gone through, so that's why it's on my list to repurchase it. I loved that it had really, really good coverage and it was more of a matte finish. That's what I prefer, again, because I'm oily skin, and I do find that a matte finish doesn't crease as easily on me. So again, that's more of a to buy again one. But I do believe I went off the recommendation of Makeup by Tiffany D literally years ago, so I'll give her that credit for the recommendation. So it does come with a little sponge on top, but when I have used it, I've always just taken off the sponge. It retails for €12, and this is going off the Boots website, and you get 6 mils in that, and from what I can see there are 4 shades, and the claims say that it will fill and smooth. It says that it contains haloxyl, which reduces the look of puffiness and shadows while fading the appearance of under eye circles, so basically an under eye concealer. But yeah, if you haven't tried that one and if you're looking for a good drugstore concealer, I would say give that one a go. And then I have 2 MAC concealers. Again, because it's MAC and it's so readily available, I've just never gotten around to trying much of their foundations and concealers. But I do have the MAC Studio Conceal and Correct palette on my list, and I believe this is the same formula as the Studio Fix concealer. Is that the right one? But you get 6 shades in a little palette, and this would be ideal for me either for my personal use, because I tend to kind of change shades, but also of course for my kit, because you get a variety of shades in there, and it is a pretty well loved formula. So on the Brown Thomas website, it retails for €48 here in Ireland, and I believe you get 6 grams in it. And the palette that I've written down specifically is the medium palette. Now I can't see that on the Brown Thomas website, so I don't know, is it just out of stock or do they not stock that? But going off like the maccosmetics.com site, that one contains NC30, NC35, NW25 and W35, mid yellow and mid peach, so you get correctors in there as well, because those will be the kind of shades that I would generally work with in my kit. Most people who are coming to me to get their makeup done have tan, not everyone but the majority, so they tend to fall in those kinds of shades. And because I tend to work with more full coverage foundations, I don't really tend to need to like spot conceal. I use concealers for the under eye area, so I don't really have many face concealers that I love, but I would like to have some for when I need them. So I do think that would be a worthwhile hole to fill in my kit, and I'll definitely see if I can get my hands on that medium palette. And finally, the last product is the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer. Now this is on my list basically off the recommendation of P. Louise and the P. Louise Makeup Academy, and this is what they use as their eye base before they go in with their shadows to give a really clean canvas. Now she has said that it doesn't crease once shadows go on top of it, but I have very oily lids, so really I'd like to see if that's true and see if it works for me, and if so, then I can trust it to work for clients as well. So she recommends to use the shade NW15, which is super pale, as a really bright base all over the eye. On Brown Thomas it retails for €21 for 10 mils, I think. Yeah, 10 mils, so a good price for a nice amount of concealer. It says that it's a liquid camouflage for the skin, texture free, virtually invisible, comes in a tube, blends in, brightens and lightens dark areas, erases spots and even out skin tones, so basically conceals, and it has 11 shades. So it's a liquid concealer basically, but I want to test it out as an eye base. So guys, that wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. And also subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. As always, I'll have a link below to my blog where you can see a list of all the products I mentioned with links. So that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.